Mandem Podcast, episode 233. We are back.
Welcome back. We're a man down.
Yeah, Mike's. Where's Mike?
He's eating into his annual leave already. You know?
Quick, early, bro.
Yeah.
First month of the year.
He's off for some January sun, I think.
Yeah. He's handling business.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike on annual leave.
Shout out to that man.
You got what is it? If you use it or lose it, is what they say, innit?
Yeah.
Do we have a carryover policy?
I think it starts again in Jan, innit?
Yeah, we're doing a calendar year thing. Yeah.
We exhausted it all last year.
yeah. I think Mike might owe us some days still.
Yeah. He might have to do some unpaid work still.
So I think
a little Wednesday pod or something. But yeah, man, we're back 233. Rich, you said we're pushing on. I think we're pushing P. That's what we're pushing.
Pushing P.
We're pushing P, man. We're pushing podcasts.
Yes.
We continue.
P.
Where are we on pushing P?
We touched on it last week, innit? I'm not against like it in essence, but I don't really like hearing it.
Fair.
If that makes sense, like it's not smooth, like. So
I think I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it.
I think I'm here.
Do you know
for
what
it
it is? It doesn't. I don't feel like it fits in a sentence nice.
Yeah, I just find it funny.
So like use it.
I think for me anyway, I like it when it's. I think pushing P is a bit silly, but it's that ain't P.
That ain't P.
That ain't P. I'm here for.
It's like when man say, "Oh no, that's cat."
Yeah,
for me, genuinely, I just find it funny.
Or if I see a man pull up in new garms or a new whip, I'll be like, he's pushing P. I saw a mad tweet, it said we're breaking generational curses, and I'm all here for it. It had like a granddad shouting like you're stupid to his child, and then that child said to his kid, you're an idiot, and then that kid breaking the general and telling his son, you're pushing P.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm here for it, man. Long may it continue.
That ain't P, man.
That ain't P. How's everyone's week's been?
Quick, super quick.
Blue Monday, depressing Monday. How did you protect your mental health?
It worked for me personally, but I could feel it in the air. So some people that work wise and just other people that I spoke to, you could kind of get they were annoyed for like no reason, in a mood for no reason.
And this is working from home.
Yeah. Couldn't be bothered for no reason. So yeah, you could definitely sense it. But personally, I was cool week. What did I do during this week? Nothing really.
Man, you survived.
Went pot shack, golf.
Did you? Yeah, I was gonna say. Usually, you got a little, a low key, sneaky step out.
No, Les is that guy. No, he's actually that guy. He'll be like Tuesday. I'm here.
Like you might see
a little picture.
A wide glass on
Tuesday.
Okay.
No, Les is that guy.
Yeah, went miniature golf, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, you went pot shack, yeah?
Yeah, it was decent, man. It's good. It's better than. So if you've ever been to the other ones, a lot of it's like handwriting the scores, and you kind of
junkyard golf, swingers,
right? So
yeah, man can cheat, innit?
Right, but whereas pot shack, it tracks the ball.
Pot shack's proper, man.
Yeah. So you scan the ball on the floor, it knows says it's your name, blah blah.
So does it know how many times you've hit it and all of that?
Like?
Yeah.
It tracks everything. Pot shack is good fun, man.
Where's that?
There's one in Bank.
There's a few.
There's one in Lakeside.
White City's the Watford.
So there's quite a few, man. It's good vibes. You can get food there. You can drink around the course as well. I think the other ones you can as well. Yeah,
you know what I like about it? It's new as well. Everything looks kind of fresh.
Yeah.
Like you see when you go to some of these like leisure entertainment things,
some of them
tired,
run down, bro.
Little bit tired. Like, come on, it's time for the investors.
Like when you go like bowling alleys they're
self-serve, because when sometimes the ball gets stuck,
you gotta go down.
Go run under yourself, like.
Be careful,
go down
man.
And get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was it really during the week.
Was it this? Did you go cinema this week?
Yes, no, that was Saturday.
I remember talking about the whole Spider-Man.
Yeah, Saturday went to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. Good film. If you've not
That's
seen
it, leaving it there. No.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm putting what he's on today.
I'm not a cinema
Good
man.
film.
Not a Marvel man.
Shout out Flaming. We went back and forth with,
But yeah, man.
voice notes. On
Man,
that.
take this thing seriously.
It's a good film, and I say watch it if you haven't and you're interested in that stuff. It's not the best Spider-Man movie for me, and I don't even think it's the best Marvel movie.
It's not. Do you know what I think as well? I was thinking about this over the weekend, where you were saying like it wasn't like quite as good as you expected it.
Yeah. It sat with you, Rich. It sat with you.
Yeah, I had to
away from the conversation.
Digest it. I meditated on it still. No,
When I speak, I don't say stuff for the sake of it.
We ain't wasting words,
Noise
man.
gets in the group chat.
No, do you know what it is? Yeah,
Batman.
it was. I think there was a lot of expectation because it was like the first big movie where things are like kind of back to normal. And I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
I mean, in life, in the world, it's like it's probably the biggest movie to come out since since what?
Yeah.
2020, March
Okay,
2020.
yeah. So
So I think a lot of people, it was their welcome back to the cinema.
Yeah.
And then obviously has its little like Easter eggs, if you said they're Easter eggs in the movie that just make you feel like, oh, everything's fine, like everything's fixed, like the world's okay. So I think that was part of it as well. But I think it's a good movie still. But
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good film.
I hear your opinion though.
I came back to the group chat. I think there were probably like 550 messages.
There's a lot of messaging, man.
And for someone that doesn't understand what man are talking about,
Did it make any sense?
who is who? It didn't make sense, but I appreciated the passion, the angles, and I feel like I've taken a side as well. But I'll reveal it once. I catch
Yeah,
up.
I want to know still.
Once you watch all of them.
Yeah, I've got some viewing to do, man.
Dan's got
but I'll
like
get
24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, probably more, bro.
It's bare in it.
So
It's a lot.
It's days.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some spare time soon anyway.
Just don't watch Ant-Man. It's not worth it.
I don't even
No,
know.
that's not
Ant-Man
bad.
is
It's decent
like,
still.
yeah.
That's probably one of the only ones I've not seen.
Oh, so you're saying don't watch it and you haven't seen it? Cool, man.
Nah, I know it's not good.
This could be a whole nother podcast. Yeah.
Let's cut.
What was your man's week saying?
Mine was alright. I was isolating for most of it. Isolating on Blue Monday, so I don't feel like I felt it because I was in isolation anyway. And then I was back out in the wild world on Thursday. That's my day out.
First time back on public
On road,
transport.
fam. First, everything felt bare alien. So I come out here. I had to go post box actually. Bro, I've walked out into the road like I've looked the wrong way, fam.
Okay.
Because I've been in Spain, bro.
Okay.
Oh.
I've been used to think, and I didn't get run over, but it proper shocked me. Like, I was like, oh fuck, like I had to pattern up. Then I was like, I was back to normal, but it's bare cold in the streets.
It's always
Public transport is public transporting.
It's transporting, yeah. That
No, it's
transport
the,
is transporting.
Everything feels the same.
The muscle memory is probably still there. You probably
It's like, oh yeah, everything like kind of feels the
Do you
same.
remember where to stand? When you're changing.
Yeah, that's almost. It's like a muscle memory thing. Like I got to the train station early, and I've just stood like where I know. And it's funny because I see other people walking past, and I'm like, doors ain't even gonna open there. Like, what are you doing?
Yo,
But yeah, still remember all of that. I worked and all of that, bro. Fell asleep on the train on the way out. I was knackered. Like,
I've not done that.
So tired.
I'll be honest, yeah. When I used to see that, yeah, and it'd be like an old uncle or whatever, I'd always say like, oh, it's got you. Like the game's got you. The cycle, the rat race, whatever you want to call it, it's got you. So I never wanted to be that guy. But then when I got there, some days, man, you are that guy.
You can't fight it,
and
man.
the motion, the slight warmth, or whatever it might be, it is.
I'll
it's
never
home.
forget. I was sitting on like the overground train going home, and I was sat on the seat closest near the window.
Okay.
And I think it might have been quite warm that day. Fam, the way I was drifting off like I was in bed,
Bro.
But like I kept catching myself. I was like chill, like wake up, like
Yeah. Tighten
it's
up.
not a missing the stop and all of that. Then I just like slept all the way up until like Emma Green. And I woke up and I was like, yeah, never doing that again.
Bare fortunate to wake up.
I've done it so many times.
Have you gone past your stop?
I can't.
Oh,
Saving grace.
Yeah.
But I would have. Oh, bro,
I've heard a man go to the end of the line and go back.
And
But
miss
that's
it again.
after like drinking though.
Yeah, so Dan, we even went Cardiff in like
That would've been
2013, 14,
15,
time
yeah.
ago. We was working together at EMAP days.
Yes.
we had a wild weekend. We went down there on the train together,
from Paddington, yeah.
Come back like Monday work. I've clean fallen asleep. It's taken me bare far. Like I don't know where it was. Like, and I woke up like, fuck, man.
Oh, what did you get on?
I went to, there was one that went Enfield Chase train or whatever.
Yeah,
it went to I went to some next ends, man. I was so vexed, bro, when I woke up.
It takes you like,
bro, it takes you length. Like, it was like
Letchworth.
Bro, I just woke up. I was so mad with myself, man.
You was on a great angler,
fam. Yeah.
But you can't do nothing about it. Like, bro, when that sleep catches you,
got to sleep,
peak. But yeah, man, the sleep got me on the Thursday. I was better prepared. I had a coffee before I got on the train, like on the way back yesterday. Like, we can't do that again. But outside it's bare tiring, man. It's bare tiring. The city's bare dead as well, man. Still so dead.
Yeah.
And you went on a Thursday as well. Most people are trying to
bring it back
Thursdays, but I guess with the whole Plan B coming to an end and the advice to work from home, we might see like an uptick. I think we probably will.
I mean, I still saw people out.
What? It ends next week, right?
Thursday.
Thursday.
This coming week when you listen to this, I guess.
Yeah, when I was on the tube in the midweek, it was quite on the tube and in Bank. For like Bank as well, it's mad quiet.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It feels dead to me. Like, but there were still people out and trying to get a drink on the Friday and all that. Yeah. But they were keen beans kind of type, you know what I mean?
Them man, they're dangerous still.
Yeah, man. I think how do you do it, man? They're the man you see on Mondays and like.
They're out. Yeah,
Monday lunchtime. Like,
nothing
what the
matters.
Fuck?
Nothing matters.
I don't get it.
Decent, man. It's good to see that you're nearly back. You're nearly drained like
bro,
us.
I'm busting out, man. I'm actually busting out.
So you had enough,
bro. You're gonna catch me for like 2 more podcasts. We're back on the Zoom.
What's it been? 3 weeks since you've been back?
Yeah, got back on the. No, less than 10. Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Just under 2 weeks.
And you're done already.
I'm cooked. I'm so done. Like.
It's mad.
What's cooking it?
It's for me. It's the grey, fam. It's just everything is grey, fam.
I hear you on that.
It's just grey. It's obviously cold. Like tried to buy some gloves, bro. I went to bare shops, couldn't buy no gloves.
Gloves? I don't. Yeah, it's mad because I'm not even finding it that cold.
You're outside though.
Yeah.
Bro, I find it bare cold, man. I'm warm with my coat and that, but the hands is where it was struggling me. Yeah, man.
Your hands in your pockets.
What you say about the grey though? You know what's mad about it is it's consistent. Like you can travel, barefoot. You might think if I bust this corner or go a next 100 yards.
The yellow one.
Yeah.
Flat grey.
Still grey.
Yeah, that's upsetting, man.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I'm not having a good like.
Welcome back.
Yeah, it's not very nice, man. Not very nice. I need to get back in the gym, and I think I'll find some
joy.
Something. Yeah. I'm trying to find
gym,
something there.
Solace there still. I'll be honest.
What's your weekend done?
Not too bad. I think like fully back in the swing of work. Unfortunately, it was like full throttle.
Are you fully back in the office?
No. That's a myth.
Oh no, from home
until like probably next week. Then
yeah.
announce something. But no, as it stands, it's a myth. But I did happen to go into the office this week. That's because IT let me down. My laptop just decided to stop working, and coincidentally, it was on the day I had an interview. So that was the technology I hoped to use. It was supposed to be like a Zoom, Microsoft Teams thing, but my laptop's not working.
What happened? You did it from your phone or something?
I had to do it from my phone, and everyone knows the phone that I've got is probably not up to scratch.
Same, man.
It's an iPhone 6C with a rose gold case for people that can't see. So it was a bit of a struggle. I had to hold the phone the whole time because I need it to be plugged in. I need to be charged.
Because that could go.
Battery life's probably about 35% at best. But yeah, I had to go into the office. Absolute zombie zone. Like I think just the IT guy was in. It was kind of weird. But effectively, I worked 4 days, which is being introduced.
Which is better.
And trialed in the UK. I did no work that day, so I kind of got a sample of what it's like to work a 4 day week.
Yeah. I'm obviously here for a 4 day week, but I feel like workplaces,
is anyone like, no, let's do 5 days?
But then having said that, I think I always thought the 9 to 5 was a stretch of hours. I don't think anyone is ever that busy in those hours completely.
Yeah.
So what were you saying?
Warrant working that entire time.
You don't need it. The working day shouldn't be 8 hours.
No, I don't think so. I think that's just
Not for 5 days.
Not for 5 days. But then I think what we might see is, and this is probably a way down the line, is that work is crammed into what we used to spread out across 5 days or drag out in 5 days. We're going to cram it in to the 4.
Yeah.
So I think the 4 days will be very intense.
Would it be
I remember like when
four
we
longer
went,
days?
Yeah, so
I think 9-7 or something.
I had beef like a couple of years ago. The last time
and we said
went,
longest day ever.
and we had like I think we went 4 days.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
we've
brother.
usually been for like longer. But the 4 days that we went, when we came
Intense.
back, we were.
Done.
Well, I was
Fam,
anyway,
I was finished.
Just because
I was
we
finished.
like there was no days for rest.
And this is a group who doesn't do extracurricular drugs.
No, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a mad bender.
No. It was
Well, yeah,
literally
it's
drink
just-
and no sleep.
Just drinking no sleep. Ext.
So yeah, that's my only fear with putting it down to 4 days. Is that I think the 4 days will now become busy.
So I think what would it
I'm
be?
not-
It'll be a shift to I think 8 till 6 or probably a little bit more, maybe 7:30, 6:30.
If it goes down to 4.
4 days, yeah.
Oh, safe. That's long.
I guess with working from home, it makes everything a little bit easier. I guess you save minimum 2 hours there. But they're still long, intense days. And then I think, does that make your weekend more about recovery? Or will it be
I think
joyful? Would your Friday, will you be like, we're still out here? Or will you just be so tired from working till 7:30?
Possibly.
I think the 2-day weekend, the weekend, isn't enough to fully recover
No.
from the
Shout.
5-day week.
Shout.
Like if you do something, you're coming in Monday depleted. Like
You're
you're not 100% unless
If you do something on the
you
weekend.
take both those days for recovery.
Yeah.
So-
But then, if you take 2 days recovery, you haven't lived, and that's not what life's about.
No, you can still. So you've been used to doing 5 days. Let's say in the old world, you're commuting as well.
Yeah.
So you've kind of done like 6 days. if you
You
add
had
on
the
the
commute
commuting
on.
time, and you still had the energy to go out on a Friday.
Yeah.
So I think you will do the 4-day thing, basically burn out on the Friday. You go out or whatever, and then you'll have 2 solid days to recover.
Yeah.
And you'll
Or
be
you
like
might-
5% better than you would have been in the old world on one day.
They say that
least.
the 4-day week, like based on trials, increases productivity. It's better for your mental health. It clearly improves your work-life balance. What else is there? It takes strain off of like transport systems, infrastructure, energy. Like workplaces use less.
Yeah.
I can see the benefits. And I think, after Corona, I feel like that was like a big shift in like culture.
Yeah.
And I think it's opened the door for all these conversations. But I can't get my head around the 7:30, 6:30. But I know a lot of people who work from home and they don't take lunch break. Well, I don't really take a lunch break anymore. And they also work beyond their allocated hours.
I'm not, I guess, because I'm still fairly new. But in my previous job, when we first started working from home,
You used to do mad hours, didn't it? I remember you saying.
10?
Yeah.
And it's like, but you don't, because you're at home, you don't really like feel it. You got your laptop open, but you've got YouTube up or
Home
Netflix.
comfort.
So
You're eating while you're working.
Blanket on the legs. Yeah.
Question,
chilling.
Overall, when you work from home, are you doing on a normal 5-day week?
Yeah.
Are you doing more or less work over the course of the week? Because you don't go for like long lunches.
You're doing more.
You're not commuting, but you might also be working and doing something else at the same time.
Yeah.
Are you actually doing any more work?
You're doing more. I think you're doing more work.
But you're also washing your clothes. Or
Yeah.
Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
you
blah,
have
blah,
the
blah.
opportunity to do other things.
I think, you're doing more work, but then the downtime, which you naturally have at work anyway, where you go to your friend's desk, you might go Tesco Express, you might go to the key cutters or the flipping blacksmith to do the soles of your shoes. That is now just filled with time for you. So you might polish
Wash on.
the skirting board or
Clean your bathroom
dust
quickly.
it down. Yeah, all of that. So I think, we're probably working harder than we ever have, but in a much nicer setting.
So you're more productive at work
For work.
and you're more productive for you.
So how do we
So
lose?
why is anyone going back to the office?
You know, it's the social.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the social.
mad needs to that. There's bare needs that need to be met.
Yeah. It's tough to get them all. But yeah, I think with a lot of places they're saying you'll have one allocated day where people come into the office, or at minimum one, or some places say minimum 3. I think the balance is nice. Or like too much of anything for me is wears
everything in
wears
moderation.
me down. Yeah, but I know some of the Mandem saying they'll never go back to the office.
And some man that really want to go back to the office.
Never going back to the office is mad. Like you can't be at home all the time. That's boring.
I think the people, when I think about it, who are saying they're not going back to the office,
Aren't people that go out.
they are people who go straight home.
They're homebodies anyway. I can say from this week or returning to the office, I don't need to be there.
Wow.
But it's because the office ain't the office.
What that we once knew.
Some skeleton shift in there, bro.
Yeah,
It's like you're basically at yard, but you've had to commute.
Yeah.
Like I'm basically,
when you
I
sell
feel
it
like
in
I'm
and
at yard.
Yeah.
Almost like I go make my own coffees. Like
I'm
at yard.
I think I feel a little bit like that. So having started this new job in September, because you're not around these people all the time, you don't feel like you're madly getting to know them.
And it's just for me, there's just not enough of them.
So
but when I go into work, there's like maybe 7 or 8 people, and no one's with me. Like, like they're over there.
You're
like,
together in isolation.
It's bougie.
There's no, you don't feel the old attachment of there's like a group of people. We're going on
the
lunch,
camaraderie.
None of that. It's kind of like we'll talk over Zoom or Teams or whatever, or you'll message me or we'll like send emails. You're still doing the work as part of a team, and you might have a weekly catch up that your manager just cancels anyway. And then
shout out to the managers.
And it's like, okay, I'm kind of just doing my own thing. Like I make sure the work gets done. Nothing fucks up, so you don't have to say anything to me. If you don't speak, I ain't missing out on much.
You man are AirPods in, man, as well, innit? When you're working.
Yeah, bro. At least one. In my
old job, yeah. In my old job, I think actually I started doing it. Then other people in my team and in other parts of the business that I know started doing it. Mad. But then I think
you saying that all is.
I'm trying to on the half term looking for a combo.
One of the old
Dan's on the pin,
and I don't have AirPods. I don't afford AirPods.
One of the old ADs, but it started to become a thing because my AD said that another AD was like she's thinking about like banning that completely.
Okay.
Just because
headphones.
Yeah, just because if someone needed
wild,
you,
like.
They had to keep
tap them, do the tap.
So sorry. What
Man, I'm tapping your AirPods.
So it can become annoying, but because I'm new, I've not done that unless there's no one around.
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
If I'm in an office where I'm chatting to people, like it's one AirPod.
What? Not even both out. We say you're listening. When man are doing the one AirPod, are you listening to music and speaking?
No. I'll like with a few things so I can hear you if you call me. So I'm not chiefing you.
But just know I'm going back.
I'm getting back
to this selection mix.
But sometimes, when you do the one AirPod thing, you have to be bare strategic, depending what AirPod you put in. Because if I put in this one, this one, and you're there, you don't even know that I don't want to talk right now. But you're chatting up.
Oh, so if you put it in, it's a sign.
Like, my
do
brother.
not disturb on the door. Yeah. Read the air, like read the room. Mad.
So it's a funny one, man. But do you think there's a thing called, and I think this is what people may be starting to clock from working from home and then trialing the 4-day week. There's this thing called, I think it's Parkinson's law. Okay. That says that work will stretch to the allotted time you have.
I've heard that.
So you see, like I remember when we used to do coursework and that.
Yeah.
Brother, I had all the time in the world. 2 days before the thing, it's time. So like, I feel like you can get bare things done in a short period of time. Because you have to. So
what's the other option?
Yeah. Like, do you think it's if they said 3-day week?
This is my next.
Is there a cutoff point?
It's like, if this does become the norm, as it has in Iceland, I think like 85% of companies offer the option of 4-day weeks. So if it does travel and lands here and becomes the norm, in 100 years, once we get bored of this, some union will say, no,
5
we
day
need to
week.
work 3 day week.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then before you know it, man ain't working no more. Then it's weird.
but is that a bad thing?
What, not working?
Yeah. Like the reality is, I've clocked like
Depends how you're using the 24 hours.
Fam, how
you're
we gonna
gonna
pay these
we're
bills,
all gonna get paid. We have to get paid, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless how much we work,
Yeah.
we have to get paid.
Yeah.
So it could go down to 1 day. You're still gonna get paid the amount you would need to get by, like, or the whole thing crumbles.
You're gonna have to work a lot in that day.
24 hours.
You're gonna be
We all have the same.
So the
schedule.
work,
burst.
the work would change to fit the 1 day. Yeah, because to the Parkinson's law thing, it's definitely you stretch. Like, if I get something on Monday that doesn't need to be done till like next week, I'm not even looking at it.
Why am I doing it now?
Thursday, at the very earliest, I might even look at it next week Monday.
That's bare fun.
Dan's not a Parkinson's law man. No, I've preed it. Bro, we'll have 6 hours to get ready. Like when we're going out on holiday or whatever. Dan will wait. He'll run the clock down. Like
What are we
he's actually like a clutch. He's a
What
clutch
are
player.
What are we rushing for?
He's like our
man?
best when there's no time.
Man, I dressed up with like 3 hours. I'm like, nah, man.
Dan
When
in
it
the
comes
towel.
to work, I'm like that.
Let me sit on this couch a bit and just chat rubbish.
Yeah, I will leave it to like the lot. But I think that's just judgment. Maybe the same with Dan in that I know what I'm being asked to do isn't going to take me that long.
I've done this before, man.
I've done it before. I can do this
Done
quite
this before.
quickly. If it relies on
There is that, innit?
people doing it quickly for me, I'll just have a word and be like, yeah, can you just get it done? Or I'll just tell someone that will make you get it done, and then it happens. So I'm like, yeah, whatever.
We can get it done, man. But yeah, listeners, I guess let us know. 4 day week, is it for you? Is it not? I feel like I'm leaning towards a 4 day week, man.
I can't think of anyone that's not.
The benefits of the 3 days off, it's
Bruv, every
scary.
week being a bank holiday basically.
for the rest of your life.
Who doesn't want that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you have to have a really bad yard life
To wanna be
to want a 5 day
Friday.
week. Like,
Yeah,
you've made
yeah,
some bad
yeah, yeah.
Do
decisions.
you know what day they're trialing it as now? Is it the Monday or the
I'm not sure.
Friday?
In my head's just going towards Monday to Thursday being the week.
Yeah.
But it could be.
I mean, either way
Mondays
it
off.
is.
Imagine a Monday off.
Everyone's doing that.
Nah.
The
But the
whole
Monday-
everything.
Mondays.
No,
It shifts
everything
because the
will
Monday
shift.
off. Monday's just Sunday now.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
it
won't have the
changes. It's
same,
like if
yeah.
you're if you live in Dubai, their weekend's different,
It's different. Yeah.
So
Man, I
everything
work
will
on
just
Saturday
shift.
and
There's
that.
the turn up. There will be a turn up day.
Oh,
It'll just move. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to know when that is, fam.
Like Sundays might be the day. Like
Imagine. Yeah.
turn up on a Sunday.
But then, will it have It will have
No,
a nice feeling for a
the-
while.
The Friday
Yeah.
would be the ham day because you
Because you got 2 days to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
as the older we get, the
absolute
2 day
now.
hangover and all that. Yeah, man. Bring on the 4 day week, man.
Yeah, man. That
That's
trial needs to get extension.
what else was there this week?
Scrapping the Plan B.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking about American contraceptive pills.
Yeah, gotta clear that one up.
Pro-choice, man.
Yeah, Boris, I think in a scrambling state, has been like, oh, I've got to do this, got to do that, because I've got too much heat here, so we're just going to forget that coronavirus is a thing, and is freeing up the world. And I'm not necessarily mad at it.
Apart from the returning to work thing.
That kind of sucks.
But even that's just back to what it was.
Is it no
before.
masks in
Oh, no masks in most places. It's like an at your discretion thing.
Yeah.
Transport for London will be the only place
Transport
where
to London still running it.
supposedly
I mean, again,
mandatory.
that's discretion though.
No one's really enforcing it.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, man. This is the start. We're back.
Yeah, you know what? Like throughout the whole pandemic, I think I may have mentioned it on podcast before, but I thought like so prior to vaccines, when we were really, when I say like we were really, was really in the pandemic,
trenches, yeah.
and there was, I guess, no light at the end of the tunnel. I thought like there would be, and this is like bare fucking film romance, shows you how fucking mess my mind is. Yeah, that we would have like vaccine day, like there would be like a world holiday, when we like kind of rid the world of coronavirus and all
the
that,
wrongs.
yeah.
Yeah.
None of that happened, but like I feel like there's not like, is anybody excited? I don't feel excited by this news,
Nah, not really.
which is weird. No, like don't we want we wanted things to be normal again,
free again. Yeah.
but like the idea of it now is just like
I'm not sure how this has impacted me the Plan B thing or whatever?
No.
I don't feel like it has
Like,
at all.
what,
Like,
the
I'm so indifferent.
Until the news came out that he's like it's gonna end. I forgot it was.
Yeah,
like,
it was a thing. Yeah. It hasn't really changed like the way I live my life since when was it? November, December. This was in place or something.
December, I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't really know the big difference. And for me, when I clocked, I was washed. Is that they said like nightclubs are gonna open again, but I didn't know that nightclubs were closed. So
They were closed.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah, I don't.
it don't change much for me.
To
man.
be honest, it seemed like a weak restriction or whatever you want, a weak plan to begin with. And I think we probably said it on the podcast that we can't see how it would change life for us much. But yeah, it not being around, it's just more of the same. But I think that's where we are. It's just more of the same. And to Richard's point about, I guess, being happy about it, I think most of us are learning or understanding that we're going to have to live with COVID being in the air, supposedly. And you just have to, all you can do is just carry on as best as you can. Like. They say, like, everyone go home and stay in your yard, don't go work. Then you just have to, I guess, adhere to them rules. But I think everyone's just over it, really. I think.
Yeah, I think we're very done with it all.
Fatigued.
Just I don't feel like we even really know what normal is in a weird kind of way. Like what was old normal, new, like it's just
yeah. Which normal are we on now?
Yeah, like it's just a bit. Everything's just a mess. Like
yeah, we're on like a 4th or 5th normal, and yeah,
it's booky. It's so booky, and I mean our numbers and whatnot are still very high.
Yeah, the timing.
The timing for me, it's political.
The timing always off, man.
It's just he's trying to get some good points in it, some brownie points in this dark
after
times.
all the raves.
Yeah, but I just feel like
Sick of you.
I don't really know how to feel, and I kind of feel like is it coronavirus? That sounds so old
is it
now.
Me or is it you?
COVID? Is it done?
Okay, the way we're moving.
We're moving like it's done.
It's winding down.
It's done. Like the government are like, yeah, fuck it all.
You know, like the closing sale of like
it's
Madhouse or something.
Done. Like yeah.
It's just a long yeah. It's just we're on that. It's just slowly, and then one day it just disappears.
It's just done.
Yeah, it just be a memory. We're approaching that.
Is Madhouse still a thing? Bro?
No,
Maybe
bro.
it's still closing. I don't know. Just always closing.
Jeans, fam.
Shambles. But yeah, Rich, I know. Yeah. This ain't as politics as well. I also clocked. Boris was under mad heat. All his brethrens turning on him, saying he's got to go. And then the next day, surprisingly, out of nowhere, the front page, I think it was on the Express or the Mail, was that his son has now got COVID. It's just to pull on the heartstrings a little bit.
Oh, show him some sympathy.
Yeah. Give him a break.
Fuck out of it.
Let him live. If he survives this, then yeah, he's really, really Teflon.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even Teflon. I just think everyone's fucking stupid, man.
Yeah, there is that too.
Yeah. It's bonkers.
There is that too.
Definitely.
But yeah. But yeah, I probably won't be going out to celebrate the end of Plan B because I don't know what it really entails.
Don't know what I'm allowed to do either. Like.
And I think also another reason why I haven't clocked the difference is because it's been Jan, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been Jan. People are even putting shouts out like in any groups.
Nah, it's almost a don't you dare.
You can feel it in the air. Like
yeah.
man are saying, just let me get through this and then we can talk. But yeah, this January has been January, is what I will say. Yeah, it's not the best, man. But big up Plan B in America, and big up the ending of Plan B over here.
No, big up the musician.
Yeah, shout out now. Big up, was it Strickland Banks or whatever? Yeah.
Oh yeah, was it a ballad? What did he call that thing?
I don't know what that was. Like what was it, like a performance piece or a concept?
It was very odd. Like when you think about the time and place on that, yeah, it's like he's a time traveler or something. Like that shouldn't have happened. Like
Yeah,
that was spooky, man.
Ahead of his time, man. Shout out him. He was top of the world, I think, for a bit, innit?
He was doing his thing, man.
Yeah, the season.
Someone else, top of the world, Adele. Have you not seen that she's cancelled?
I saw her. I saw
tears, man. I saw her crying,
YouTube,
man.
thumbnail of her, like it looked like she was in tears, like red face. But I couldn't. Be
Why
bothered, like,
is she cancelled her tour?
she said, I saw like a clip of it. It was due to deliveries being late and COVID or something like
Deliveries?
that. Yeah. Of like, I think the stage show parts.
When was it supposed to go live? Like right now or
Soonish,
something?
yeah, people had travelled to the venues or the countries where she's supposed to be performing, and yeah, she cancelled it. It's like at the, what do you call it, the 24th hour or 23rd hour. But yeah, I saw her like bawling and I was like, this is mad. But these videos, man, where people turn on the video and cry.
Hey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That goes to another topic that
you see that
with the mum.
Did you see that?
I haven't seen it, you know.
Fam.
It's sick. I think I didn't even watch. I watched like I don't know how long the clip is, but I watched a few seconds and I locked it off. I was like, I ain't got time for this.
Fam. Yeah, on the whole thing of pressing record and crying. What happened? Did their dog die or something?
Can I see this?
Or family member?
Where's this thing,
I don't know what happened.
It's a mother who is in a car. I don't know if she's a blogger or something.
I think she is. I've seen her face before.
Okay. And her kid is distraught, some would say. They're in a car, but she's pressed record. But my man's going through it. He's bawling, like in like genuine tears, as you do. As you're allowed
Over?
to.
Do you know what it's over?
There was a bereavement in the family, but I don't know if
it's real. Like,
I don't know if it's a
not
pet or a person.
Okay, but it's for a life.
Of course, yeah, good
As
cause.
opposed to
and from what I've heard from people that own
doesn't want his
pets
toys, like
and all that stuff, the dogs and cats and everything
that's
becomes like a
still.
family member,
Yeah.
innit? But yeah, little man's he's going through it, man. He's bawling, but his mum's part consoling him, but then also she needs that viral moment.
I feel like I might have seen this now, you know. Yeah, I saw this. This actually came out a while ago.
Yeah. So it's I've seen the clip before. It's an old clip.
Act like you're crying.
This came out a while ago. Yeah. She didn't mean to post this part, innit?
Supposedly, yeah. Well, she shouldn't have. Yeah, yeah.
Whatever,
How does it get
man.
out?
Yeah.
Put one hand up like this. No, go like this. Put your hand like this. But let them see your mouth. Let them see your
People are sick in the fucking head.
Imagine that's your mum, man. You've got
People
no
are
hope, bro.
sick.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
You fucking control freak, like.
Mental.
Camera. Right, come closer for the video. Come closer.
Oh man, that's horrible, man. She's directing his pain, like.
Yeah. It's orchestrating the scene.
She said cry. He said I am crying. Hey,
Them tears ain't
man.
tearing,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He just wants to get the blubber, the ugly cry off, and she's trying to get the perfect
nah,
screen.
No, look at me. No, look at
Don't
me.
look at me.
No,
I
look at
don't
the
wanna-
camera.
I just want to.
Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah. I think that is like peak. That's like Black Mirror kind of ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's beyond parody.
It's
And
so
I
sad.
see-
like.
real.
I see another one like maybe the same day or soon after I saw that one recently. Another, I think it's a mum crying. There's a like kid in the background doing random stuff, but like she's like written stuff like on the screen.
Okay.
Like again, I'm not paying attention to this stuff because it's jarring. But
Pollution.
she's like, oh, like working X amount of jobs, like trying to provide for my kid, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the cry. It's like when you break down what's happening, you said, I'm gonna get my phone out, go to the camera app,
Type.
record,
Big paragraph.
cry, then I'm gonna like edit this and then post it, all with like supposedly genuine emotion.
What, the youth's running riot in the background?
No, I don't know what. I think he's like he's like just being a kid, innit? But I just like
Go find me link in the bottom right hand corner. Click this. It's a madness. Do you think like our mums would have been on this when they were younger?
no.
No
I'm
chance
so
in hell.
certain that
100%,
there's no
I'll
chance
put
of
my
it.
laugh on it.
But
no
then I just think,
chance in hell.
what's changed? Like
What's
women
happened,
aren't
bro?
like madder or like there aren't more emotions.
No,
So maybe I don't know,
I think it's just
showing the inner workings of the house.
that's the difference as to why
Crazy.
it wouldn't happen with our parents.
Crazy.
Because we've always, and I guess it's probably the same, but we've always grown up with a thing of whatever happens in the house,
that front
stays in the
door,
yard,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
Don't air your dirty laundry, bro.
Yeah,
Fam,
yeah.
don't go outside, man.
If you're upset and you're crying or whatever because I've shouted away, when you go outside, wipe your face and
Pattern up.
everything's cool.
Yeah. Straighten up.
Right, so what happens in the yard stays in the yard. Whereas I think camera phones and social media have made it where you can now take this stuff outside and show people.
Behind
and
that door.
that's what I think for me anyway. That's what the difference is.
Is
that
it?
You can now show this, and if you ain't got the right wiring, then you start doing stuff like that.
This might be a crazy shout, but I'm gonna pull it out there anyway. Is it any different? And let me land with this one.
Let me
man.
land. We're really podcasting.
Go on.
From like coming out in your best outfit with you putting on makeup,
Maybe a fur.
whatever it may be, yeah. Because the analogy I'm trying to make is that people typically, or not even typically, have always tried to show their best
Put
side.
your best foot forward.
Or not even
and-
if it's
yeah.
your best side. You might come outside and want to be like, I want people to know I'm sad because I want someone to talk to me. Or I'm going to come out half dressed because I want attention. Is this like this? I'm thinking of this because Dan said, like, would our parents have done this or other generations? Isn't it the same thing? Like I'm putting this hair to get X reaction.
So you can only, or you say we do as much as technology will allow.
Yeah, I feel like, is it just multiplied, if you like, things that we were already doing? So like, the one that comes to mind is man, like, for like, I'd say like sane man, yeah, where
Your flight's got hella turbulence, by the way.
What's it?
Sorry, your flight's got hella turbulence.
Let me learn. Taxiing.
I'm gonna get this off.
like, you know, like when, like, I can tell when certain man, just from pre in the world, yeah, I can tell when one of the Mandem in the Mandem group is going through. He ain't said nothing to me. I can see from by his profile pictures, stuff he's posting on Instagram, what is going on in his world. Like
the WhatsApp.
Fam, I can see
it.
it. A man wants attention, or he wants this or that, and he's man aren't allowed to show emotion in it, so he's doing it in bare ways. Yeah, isn't this kind of the same thing? I want people to see I'm sad because I want something, or I want people to see this side of me because what I really want is X. Isn't this the same thing? I mean, like, that's always been a thing. I think is that I'm going to show the world this.
You'd have to do it through dress.
You have to do it
Or
physically,
dance,
innit? Yeah, or something, or.
You know what? I do think, on the flip, I think mums are probably less so. I think if dads had social media, I feel like they definitely would have been posting.
Acting up.
Like, what
Definitely
they
would have been posting the stout, Mackerson stout, or the Guinness bottles, cans, or the Red Stripe, or like a Mad Fleck. Because I don't know. I feel like from looking back at pictures, hearing stories, I feel like the dads probably would have been on social media more than
They would have been moving
I think
wild,
my
like.
mum would have been on social
Bro,
media.
how many man from that generation or our generation and their parents have kids from multiple women?
2 families.
You see pictures and you're like, he was a wild man. Like, just
boy,
you can
yeah,
just tell from his outfit.
Yeah.
He was moving mad.
The haircut.
Like, I don't know if it's that different. I think it's really obvious in a way that it couldn't be so obvious, or you just wouldn't maybe see behind certain things, but those telltale signs were still there. If you're with me.
And I feel like, let's probably, I think mum probably would have been on there, but it would have been different.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been me crying.
No,
Would it be you running round and
Dads
I'm
would have
crying
put you
on
on
the
there
floor?
crying.
Yeah.
Or is it like, I don't know, I'm not saying I fucking hope my mum never did this, like growing up with her, like, and then saying my dad weren't paying child support or something. Is it like her going, like, I'm going to see my dad and I'll like wear the most mash up shoes so he knows we're struggling? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you're trying to say things without saying
Just a different
things.
medium.
Yeah. I don't know if it's.
I think that's always existed in the examples that you've given, but I think social media has definitely magnified it.
It's for the world.
It's for the world.
see.
That's the difference now.
You
I
don't
think people
stay
have
in
done
your
this
little
in their
community.
little bubbles.
For the world, and I think my issue with that video in particular is that it's not, although not fabricating, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, there's another thing.
Like
It's definitely fabrication. Like,
well,
100%.
to an extent, yeah. So like sending your child to their dads in like mash up shoes or like dirty clothes, you're kind of forcing a point. But I think this is almost making something that it's not. If I'm making sense, I think they definitely cross. But I think for me anyway, one is just way more extreme than the other.
And what are you going to get like with the our idea of sending the kid with the mash down shoes, or the school clothes with the knees rub out or the elbows, which always was the case.
Yes, the elbows, isn't it?
Like the dad might pick, he'd be like, "Oh shit, I gotta get little man right." But you posting your kid crying on this, you're just gonna get some emojis, bit of text, and then everyone's gonna just keep.
But that's
scrolling.
the currency, attention.
Sick.
It's a mad sickness. It's a mad sickness. Have you lot ever heard of? My guy at work told me this a while ago when we used to work together in person, and I liked being there.
Is that 5-day week or 4-day week?
He told me. Have you lot ever heard of the term Kayfabe before?
Yeah, they use it in wrestling.
What?
Kayfabe, like
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
Yeah.
No.
I hadn't heard of this, but it
They
feels
use it in wrestling.
highly applicable to like this, to this scenario. And
I know what you're talking about.
Kayfabe is effectively, as you said, wrestling. It is pretending and believing that something is real, but we know it's fake.
Okay.
But still kind of believing in it.
Sick.
And that's what like the mad thing that video certainly is. And outside and in a broader context, I was thinking about a lot of this fucking Kanye stuff.
What, current Kanye?
Current Kanye, like this ever-present Kanye. Like every day there's a new Kanye story.
New Kanye, yeah.
And I'm thinking about the whole thing, and I don't even know if him and Kim have really divorced, or is this just the grandmaster Kardashian
Plan.
elite plan, like? And I'm like,
Vince McMahon.
bro, I wouldn't put it past them. And I think that's the fucked place that the world is kind of at right now.
Nothing is real.
Bro, everything's mad. We're actually in the metaverse. Like everything's mad.
Yeah,
like, no, what's real?
Kanye needs to slow down though, man.
It's funny.
Yeah,
It's funny you say that because I've thought that a lot recently, in particular with again social media posts.
Is this real?
It's like now, like man used to put links and whatever and posts in like chats or whatever, but now you're having to caveat it with if this is real.
Mad.
Or you're watching a clip and one of the first things you're thinking is this ain't real.
Man, them ain't even laughing no more.
Nah,
They did a forensic breakdown of your joke. Yeah.
If you give a mad opinion, be like, someone will be like, nah, that ain't even
That's
real.
not even real. How do we know it's even real?
Yes. It's mad, bruv. It's mad. Like, you see, I think I've mentioned it before. You see this video of like guy sets up camera to walk past homeless man.
Yeah.
And change his entire life or change his day. And it's like, what are we doing? Like, what's happening?
But
Like,
even so much, like, I think
man.
I see it quite a bit on Twitter, and it kills me every time someone says it. Like you watch a video, and you go into the comments, and one of the first comments you'll see is on today's episode of things that never happened.
Oh yeah.
Too funny.
I see one the other day, and someone was telling some weird story, but you're reading it like it could be real, but it's like an over explanation. And the first comment was on today's episode of things that never happened.
So mad, man are lying on come on, man.
Yeah, that video in particular and the other one that I saw, I think that's alarming for me.
That's a MH situation.
But check it, If she edits it right, like I'm assuming that was a mistake. That wasn't supposed to be it. She edits it right.
How do you know,
bro?
Kayfabe,
That's got you potentially in your emotions. Like you might be like, you know what?
She's so real. She's so transparent.
$10, man, go fund me. And it don't take much of us to do that. And she's up, like, fam, it's mad, bro.
But we saw apparently the bit that wasn't supposed to come out.
What? So you think she leaked that on purpose? If she leaked that on purpose,
Rich,
it's we're playing 4D chess.
Bare inception.
This thing is mad,
You
bro.
said it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Some things can obviously genuinely be done by accident.
I hope.
But I think
Why would you not? Why would?
in a world of editing and posting stuff and making sure everything's perfect, more in particular at the start of a video, you're probably gonna cut that out. That's like you putting out on YouTube this video, but of us doing the testing, chatting shit,
cussing,
all
slewing all the other podcasts.
That's
You're
it.
going to say that, Dan. Then I'm going to mention Kayfabe.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, it's like, that wasn't supposed to come out. And it's like, what? That doesn't make sense. And I think apparently she deleted her YouTube after that or whatever.
She deleted it and then she made some other videos. This is actually quite old, man. I saw this like, I want to say like autumn last year. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to give money to the youth so he can get a new mum. Like,
yeah, man.
just do a GoFundMe for him.
That's bare toxic. Like, so toxic.
But
yeah, man. I just don't know anything these days.
Yeah, it's scary times, man. Big, scary times. I'm getting fed up. Like, everyone's in front of their phone now. But, like, everyone's...
We sound like some old men, bro.
Richest...
remember that show? What was it? Is it called Grumpy Old Men? It used to come on BBC Two.
I remember the name. I don't remember the show.
Yeah.
But it's just basically like old personalities moaning about
Youth.
current issues and whatnot. And we are slowly transitioning into those people. And I'm so happy about it.
Do you think, though? So, like...
I just hate shit things. And that's a shit thing.
You should hate shit things. It's totally okay.
But some people don't. Some people are cool
QC.
with
Yeah.
that. Like,
But you see, like, the youths that are doing these things, that are making these videos and whatnot, what happens when they become the grumpy old men? Like, what are the youths going to be doing?
Yeah, that's going to piss
fuck them off.
piss them off. Yeah. Wow.
I'm not
We're
sure.
not there yet.
Bro, it's
I'm
just...
not. I guess we didn't think
This
this
would
stuff
be here.
would be happening now. So God knows
Shit.
what would happen then.
Yeah,
But
my,
yeah, that stuff's got to...
my tether is slowly wearing thin, man.
It's got to stop, man.
So thin.
Yeah, and we're youngish, so I think like what in 30 years' time, imagine like you'll be that old man who doesn't speak much, who just
Doesn't own VR
doesn't
goggles.
speak,
Like.
properly. Like he just like groans to answer things. I don't. Yeah,
His answer to everything.
yeah. I might be there.
I could adapt that role still. I can see it. I might be there soon. I might be there soon, bro.
Shout out to all the kids, man, with the influence on mums, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Your enough thoughts?
It's weird, man.
If that you need to GoFundMe.
Like ASAP. Anything else? Any more?
I guess just a quick one. I think we'll probably nip it in the bud quite quickly, to be honest. But a tweet I saw yesterday, and the Mobos retweeted it. But the original tweet was, "Get ready for this conversation." But 50 Cent has a heavy influence on UK rap. Digga D's Pump 101, H's Live Lounge, J Hus says 50 Cent is his biggest inspiration, and the list goes on. And then Mobos just sort of quote retweeted it and said, "Does 50 Cent have a heavy influence on UK rap? Do you agree or disagree?"
Does 50 Cent have a big influence on UK rap?
Yes.
I would say not specifically, not outside of his just successes in rap. Like, I don't think...
Stylistically or...
I can't think of... No, stylistically, I would say... I would. Do you know what I would say? Where we're at now, I would say Ja Rule has had a larger effect, and outside of the UK, on where the music industry is at today, more than 50 Cent.
Come back to
because it went in a loop, so to speak. 50 Cent somewhat, yeah. I think it might be. I don't think that's complete cap. I think it might be.
No, I don't
think it might be slightly overlooked.
Yeah, I think like pointing at like individual examples. So like Pump 101, like it's
a sample.
Just like a sample.
That's a
sample.
That is not
bad evidence.
And because I hadn't seen H's Live Lounge. I didn't even know he had one until I saw that tweet.
And what is he spitting over in the club or something?
Window shopper.
Yeah, like that doesn't.
But on Live Lounge, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I think J Hus's one, he does a 50 track. I can't remember what the track is.
I think this evidence would not be admissible in court.
No.
This is rubbish, man.
The whole case.
This is rubbish.
I thought when I saw it, I was like, I don't think so. Maybe there's artists that I've not listened to or not paid attention to that it might be missing, that I might be missing. But I like to feel like I listen to quite a bit of music, and I would never listen to, apart from J House, I've never listened to anyone and thought, oh, that's a 50 Cent influence, outside of it being rap.
Did you say apart from J House?
Apart from J House.
You've listened to J House and thought like, this sounds like 50.
Big time.
I never thought that.
There's a tune, there's a couple. I can pick, in my head, I can think of 2 tunes. One of them's on Skepta's album, and he's rapping like 50 Cent. He's on the hook. I can't remember the
I
name
know
of the
what tune
song,
you're talking about.
but he's rapping like 50 Cent.
I know what tune you're talking about.
And the other one's on Huss's album, and you just hear 50.
That's
Like,
interesting.
He categorically says 50 Cent is his favorite rapper.
Yeah. So
I think
that's fair.
That's fair. But the other
The whole of the
stuff
UK
is
scene,
big
I
cap.
think Chief Keef's probably got more influence.
Like,
On the whole, the
that.
drill scene.
Yeah.
Drake, they're way better examples you could have drawn for there. Way
It's
better.
a moody shout.
But it's people again. It's not. You see what I'm saying about the whole Kayfabe thing? It's almost like you've said that because I know it's gonna get the most traction. It's gonna get the reactions. People are gonna think.
The thing,
It's like, you don't even really mean that.
the thing
Yeah,
that
you
bugged
don't
me
believe
the
that.
most with the comment, and I said this before we started recording, was the person that tweeted it. Mimi, the blogger, I think her name is.
Yeah.
She blogs about music specifically. So she's quite known and people like her and whatever. So I started following her, and she does say some like interesting things about music. So in my head, I would think your opinion is gonna be a credible one. But I think she's probably dropped, and it's an opinion. If that's what you think, then fine. But I think she's probably dropped the ball on saying he's a heavy influence.
It's not about good opinions.
And you've named 2 things that
It's
have
just
come
opinions.
out.
It's just provocative.
Yeah, 2 of these artists
You
are
respond to it.
in the last couple of years, less than 5
Yeah.
years.
And they're isolated examples.
Yes.
Like Diggity doesn't remind me of 50 Cent. Away from what remixing or sampling a song.
Yeah.
H.
So there's
using
like-
his instrumental. That is not
What
heavy
song?
influence. for me.
Rich sample Destiny's Child. Is that his inspiration?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what are you talking about, guys?
Heavily influenced.
It's bare silly,
Yeah.
man. It's bare
Yeah.
silly.
I just found it interesting.
And the Mobos retweeted it. But obviously, retweeting it doesn't endorse it. It just encourages the conversation. That's probably why they did it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's I'd say it's a heavy no.
Heavy no. It's
Yeah.
clickbait though. That's what it is.
Yeah. I quote tweeted it, and I was gonna go ham, but I basically said nah. You know,
Just reined it back.
Yeah.
Let me save some words.
Yeah.
Put that one in the draft.
Yeah.
Like,
in a
Have
nice
me out here
roundabout
looking
way.
crazy.
I pretty much said
Yeah.
no. Speaking of endorsements, and it's not even a topic really. I don't think we spoke about it. Remember recently, those 2 guys, Fresh and Fit,
yes.
spoke about.
I saw. Was it Fit? I don't know which one is which. I see him catching
I don't
corn
know.
on the
Don't
timeline.
The silly dons in America.
Yeah.
Like,
Fresh
yeah,
and Fit podcast. They
shit
put like
podcast. Yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Samuels in and
Uh-huh.
porn stars and all of that.
Yeah, and then Brittany
Renner.
Renner went on. No, she was on Axe podcast.
Who I don't know who's Brittany Renner.
She's just bad news, man.
Yeah,
She's bad news.
What does she do?
Things.
yeah.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
Maybe.
Is she some type of? I feel like I'm playing Who Am I?
Yeah.
Is she some type of video vixen or eye candy?
Yeah, like eye
Eye candy,
candy.
not
Yeah,
vixen.
not a vixen.
Okay.
She trapped a basketball player.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah. A young boy.
nice.
She trapped him. Had his you.
Okay, so she was on there.
Didn't she go on social media and said that's the thing to do?
That she
Yeah.
does classes.
Then she doubled down on it.
And then Deion Sanders flew her out to his like young college team and said like, stay away from these women. And she did like a talk.
That's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deion Sanders
yeah.
the coldest.
That's cold still.
So she went on Academics podcast and they were on it and they've been doing rounds as well.
Yeah.
But then Spotify retweeted her being on there, and I can't remember what they said. But that when you said endorsing, it just kind of came across as, are they endorsing it? Are they
Not
kinda,
sure.
Yeah. Because usually companies try and stay away from that,
She's messy, man.
that messy. Yeah,
She's-
she's messy,
sounds
and
it.
what
She's
they
messy.
kind of portray is very messy.
I heard that the conversation isn't as bad as you think it would be, because there was a clip that went viral with her talking, and people were like,
Yeah,
but the people said the extended version, there's actually gems, but I don't think I'm getting
From
into
her.
that. From both sides. So I said, I'm not.
I see them on.
How much mining do you have to do?
Yeah,
to get those gems?
yeah,
Like,
Give them man views.
Mad Bitcoin mining.
They were on Flagrant 2.
Okay,
with,
yeah.
Andrew Schultz and
Akash.
Oh yes, recently I was going to listen to that yesterday.
Akash.
4
He
twats.
was smoking.
Akash probably would. Yeah.
I don't really listen to Flagrant 2.
I listen to Flagrant 2 every now and again.
Annoying.
But them man, do you know what? Like they're comedians, innit?
Yeah.
So they do try really hard for laughs.
There's some
That's
just,
what I
did.
they're trying to fly
The only thing I respect is that they're actually intelligent. That if you come on there and you're chatting shit, they'll pick your shit apart. Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
And
Asha smokes them.
Yeah.
Basically, like, and there's 2 guys that sit like off screen.
Yeah,
so you can see them.
Alex and Mark or something like that.
The black guy.
Alex, yeah, he's like the media guy.
Hates them.
cook them up. Yeah.
He's like, I just think you're like immature, like you're this, you're that. Like,
Fry them, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm listening to that. That's
they
it.
are like when you hear them talk, they're childish.
Well, all of that, yeah. That I don't even know how you'd categorize that like lane. Is it like some kind of male empowerment thing?
Yeah.
I think
It's for the incels, man.
it kind of is.
It's for the black incels.
It's like the whole thing for me, yeah. It's just
Not
a
the
lot of
neckbeards.
angry man, bro.
They record. They say they record 3 times a week, and Wednesday's one of them. And that Wednesday podcast is called Womanizing Wednesdays.
Give him man tip. There's a book that couple of the weird youths at work read. It's called like The Reason or The Answer, and it's about like dating. Some of the listeners might know it, but it's like I forgot the.
It's not the game, is it?
Something along those lines,
game,
and it tells you like how to talk to women.
I read that book a long time ago.
Like it's mad. And I see one youth, sickest shit I ever seen. He when he talks to like
I think I know what you're gonna say.
friends or whatever, he'll be like tactile. But it'll be in like any idiot conversation, like, oh, do you have the spreadsheet for da 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 da? I'd be like, oh,
And it'll be like, oh,
or like little, and then he's like, Walks, like in the book it says that if you're tactile,
because
like it lays
the foundation.
Like inferred. I don't know, like
because I can do it later and it won't be weird.
And then in her head, slowly she's coming round to you because you tapped her when you asked for the spreadsheet, and I'm like, bro, man.
I read that book a long time ago. It's one of the weirdest kind of reads because, like, I feel like I've been using this word. Like, it's a hack. Everything's just a hack. Like, if you do this, you can get this. But you're not. It's like there's no pure intentions. There's nothing. There's just like this is a way I can get attention if I do this, and it does. Like, it breaks down bare stuff, and you're like.
And that's
this is weird. And more than I think my bigger takeaway is that I'm gonna watch out for men that do this.
Yeah. When I saw it, I said,
I think man
fucking
can do it like naturally.
Yeah, but
you'll know.
I read that
like,
in the book, so every time I speak to women, I have to. I'm like, bro, you might get locked up. Like
weird. It's weird interactions, man.
Stay away from my people, man.
Yeah, and I've never listened to Fresh and Fit, and I never will.
I've listened to some of this
on Flagrant 2. They kind of explain themselves and what they're about and why they do what they do and whatever. And they mention, I think Schultz mentions a book, and they reference it as well. But I think their teachings are alongside that book, and it's like everything's 1 + 1 = 2, and this.
You've tried to break down relationships
has to have
and interactions to maths, like,
and that's what it is. And he says some weird stuff, and I wish I remembered it, but it's like. And Akash is like, and Schultz to an extent, it's like, it's not necessarily like that. Like, it's like, the guy's like, like, never, if you get into a relationship, like, that's stupid. Or if you get married, like, that's dumb. Like, something weird. And then it's like, you lot are like, one of them's 30-something, 32, 33. The other one's like 29. And it's just, to hear man actually speak like that, and believe what they're saying. Do you
know what? Yeah, I also think that America's a slightly different world. I feel like the American dating scene thing, it ain't like. I mean, I even think the English dating scene is getting a bit wild. Not that I'm not even in it, but from my view, the American things I think is even worse. I think it's so transactional. Yeah, it's weird, man.
It's getting there over here.
Yeah, it is.
To an extent, yeah. But I think it just comes down to how you play it.
Yeah, like you don't have to play by these dumb rules.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy her a Birkin bag on the first date. There's no point.
And believe there are some girls out there that are on that. But if you're not, you probably figure it out quite quickly. But then it's like, don't play. I think they say something like, you should, the guy should always like the girl less than she likes you. And it's like, what? Like,
Bruv, it's
not everyone has that privilege, fam.
Bruv, it's for weak man. It's for man that don't have like. Why you always gotta have? If you're the fucking man,
Should be enough.
like, isn't it like? It's just, I don't know, man. Yeah, fuck that man, man. That man.
Yeah, I'll definitely say, if you listeners, if you know what I'm talking about, go to Flagrant 2, or search Flagrant 2, and you'll see their faces and watch that episode.
Yeah, it came up in my feed, my YouTube.
And I rarely watch Flagrant 2 anyway, but I had to see. Shout out to Foles on Off the Cuff podcast.
Big up.
Because he was saying that he was watching it, so I was like, yeah, let me tune in. And it's a good watch. They explain themselves, and whatever bad opinion you had of them to begin with, it gets
Probably
worse.
Compounded. Yeah, nice,
It
man. Nice.
It gets worse.
Done a good job there. Big up them.
Who's that? Bring-ins? Or?
Yeah, man. Bring-ins, man. What we got?
I have a bring-in actually, yeah. And despite my general views, and particularly on this episodes towards the young up-and-coming generation, there's an artist from there that gives me hope. He gives me some hope that things might change and things might get better. He just released an album. It's Cordae. Just released his album Bird's Eye View, which is a solid album. But the tune I want you to listen to is Cordae's Jean Michel, as in like Basquiat.
Cold.
Yeah, that boy's good, man.
Nice. Done.
My bringing is from an artist called Lady Raye. She's called, I think her biggest tune, or the tune that I was put onto by brother Nat, was called Piece of Me. But recently she has released a song called Joy and Pain. It's just more of the same, like good music, man.
Joy and Pain, it's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, a little tribute.
Cold. My bringing, and honestly, I think I talk about this app like at least once a day, but TikTok is one of the greatest apps ever. But anyway, there's this trend of, it's like they call it a stitch, like a split screen, and someone will do like the start of a tune, and then they'll count you in, and then you like sing or rap or do whatever. The rest of half of it, you've probably seen it. And this is where I discovered this artist called Spencer Sutherland.
Okay.
And the tune is called Wonder.
I feel like I know that name for some reason.
Sounds like a familiar, obvious name.
Sounds like a character in a movie or something like that. Maybe it's something like that.
TikTok soon to become the biggest record label in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got a mad deal with. They had a mad deal with. I can't remember who it was, but basically, like, they forced everyone to. If you want tunes to blow, you have to let us use people. We have to use
it's
music.
the new payola, man.
Yeah, fully.
Crazy.
Speaking of what I was thinking, have you lot seen ads in Twitter?
Yeah, I've had that for time. Featured, it will say,
on
or promoted
videos.
or something.
On videos.
No. Like, say you're like gonna either compose it. Say you're gonna like write a tweet, whether you quote tweet, compose, whatever. There'll be like a little ad at the bottom.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
I think it flashes up and it will go, but it's not always there.
Okay, no, I ain't seen it yet.
I saw it twice
seen that.
this week.
Okay.
And I thought like, oh, my thing's like glitching or something. It's like weird. But I think they're starting to put ads.
Okay. They got to pay the piper, man.
It's weird, man.
Boy, it was coming, innit?
Yeah,
a long time coming.
Shareholders are hungry.
Yeah, man, that's episode. I don't know, 233.
Yes. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter.
Tell a friend, man.
TikTok coming soon.
Tell a friend, yes.
we got to party with these kids.
Yeah,
bro.
the greatest app, man. Let's get involved.
Yeah, man. You know what it is. See you next week. It's the Mandem Podcast.
Keep it P.